The oldest, fear. Since the dawn of humanity, one thing has haunted our kind more than hunger, more than death itself: the unknown. Before language, before history, there was fear. The darkness beyond the campfire wasn't just empty space. It was a place where anything could happen. Predators, spirits, storms, all the forces we couldn't see or understand. To survive, early humans had to imagine danger even when it wasn't there. Fear, in that sense, wasn't a flaw. It was a survival instinct. Better to jump at shadows than to be eaten by one. Over thousands of generations, our brains became hardwired to treat uncertainty as threat. The unknown meant risk, and risk meant possible death. So when we step into darkness, when we face the unfamiliar, our bodies still respond as if something ancient and dangerous is waiting there. Today, we call this the fear of the unknown. But in truth, it's not just fear. It's the foundation of human psychology itself. The biology of fear. Deep inside the human brain, a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala controls our emotional reactions to danger. When something uncertain happens, a strange noise, a dark shadow, an unfamiliar face, the amygdala fires instantly, long before the conscious mind catches up. Your heart races, your muscles tighten, your breath shortens. This is the body's way of saying, be ready. Our prehistoric ancestors relied on that reflex to survive. But the modern world has changed far faster than evolution can adapt. The same circuitry that once protected us from predators now activates when we face an exam, a breakup, or an unknown future. This ancient system is why people feel anxious before knowing test results, why suspense in movies is unbearable, and why uncertainty often feels worse than bad news. Because for our brain, uncertainty equals danger, even when no danger exists. That primal wiring makes the unknown not just frightening, but intolerable. The mind's need for certainty. Humans are pattern-seeking creatures. Our brains evolved to find meaning, to connect dots, even where none exist. In the chaos of early life, the ability to predict what came next meant survival. So when we face something unpredictable, our minds rebel. We experience what psychologists call intolerance of uncertainty. It's that gnawing discomfort you feel when you don't know what's coming. It's why people would rather receive bad news now than wait for the unknown. To ease this anxiety, humans build mental models of the world, stories, beliefs, religions, and even superstitions, all to make the unpredictable seem predictable. In ancient times, lightning became the weapon of Zeus. The stars became signs of destiny. Even today, we invent narratives, from conspiracy theories to algorithmic predictions, because stories are safer than uncertainty. Our fear of the unknown gave birth to myth, science, and philosophy alike. It made us question, explore, and imagine. But it also made us cling to false certainties when the truth felt too unstable to bear. The unknown in everyday life. We often think fear of the unknown belongs to the ancient past, yet it shapes every decision we make. Think about the last time you hesitated before quitting a job, moving to a new city, or confessing your feelings to someone. The hesitation wasn't always about failure, it was about uncertainty. What if it goes wrong? What if I'm not ready? That's the unknown talking. Studies show that people often prefer a guaranteed bad outcome over a chance at something uncertain. It's why gamblers chase losses, why investors panic during market drops, and why we sometimes stay in unhappy relationships. Because the familiar pain feels safer than an unfamiliar possibility. The unknown terrifies us because it removes the illusion of control. And humans crave control more than almost anything else. Even our technology reflects that desire. We predict weather, track calories, and monitor our heartbeats, all to make life more measurable, more certain, less mysterious. Yet the more we measure, the less we seem to understand. Because knowledge expands the horizon of the unknown, not the other way around. The spiritual dimension. For thousands of years, religion and philosophy have tried to answer, or at least soothe, our fear of the unknown. Every belief system begins where certainty ends. To the Greeks, the unknown was the realm of the gods. To the Buddhists, it was the illusion of self. To the Abrahamic faiths, it was divine mystery, something to be accepted, not conquered. Rituals, prayers, prophecies, all serve the same purpose: to give structure to chaos, to transform the incomprehensible into the sacred. But there's a paradox here. As much as religion helps us face uncertainty, it also shows how desperate we are to escape it. We build temples and doctrines not only to worship the divine, but to domesticate it, to make the infinite feel understandable. When science rose to challenge religion, it didn't eliminate that need. It simply gave us a new language for the same desire, to know what we don't yet know. Even now, with telescopes peering into deep space and quantum physicists probing the smallest particles, the ultimate mysteries, consciousness, death, meaning, remain beyond our grasp. And maybe that's the point. The modern unknown. In the 21st century, the unknown is everywhere, not lurking in shadows, but hiding in data. We fear automation, AI, pandemics, and climate change. We scroll endlessly, looking for certainty in chaos. But the digital world has created a new kind of unknown, one that's infinite, invisible, and accelerating. Our ancestors feared the dark because they couldn't see. We fear the future because we see too much. Information overload has replaced physical danger with psychological unease. The more we know, the more uncertain we feel. Each answer spawns more questions, and our primal fear network struggles to keep up. That's why modern anxiety feels different. It's not fear of lions in the tall grass. It's fear of losing control in an unpredictable system, a sense that no one, not even our leaders or experts, truly understands what's happening. So we retreat to what's familiar: nostalgia, ideology, tribe. Because when the world grows uncertain, the mind clings to anything that feels known. The inner unknown. But not all unknowns are external. Some live within us. Carl Jung believed that each person carries a shadow, the hidden, unacknowledged parts of the self. We fear these parts not because they're evil, but because they're unfamiliar. We avoid our own emotions, memories, and contradictions, pretending they don't exist. But the unknown within us never disappears. It waits, silently shaping our choices and reactions. To face the unknown, Jung said, is to confront the unconscious, to make the invisible visible, and in doing so, become whole. Existential philosophers like Kierkegaard and Sartre expanded this idea into what they called the anxiety of freedom. When we realize life has no fixed meaning, we face the ultimate unknown, ourselves. The fear we feel isn't just of the world. It's of our own potential, our own responsibility to create meaning in an uncertain universe. From fear to wonder. Yet for all its darkness, the unknown is also humanity's greatest source of wonder. Every discovery, every invention, every leap forward began with someone brave enough to face uncertainty. Explorers crossed oceans they couldn't map. Scientists questioned truths the world refused to doubt. Artists expressed emotions that had no words. To face the unknown is not just courage, it's creation. When we overcome fear, we don't eliminate the unknown. We transform it into knowledge. And each time we do, we push the boundaries of what it means to be human. Think about it. If we truly knew everything, if there were no mysteries left, life itself would lose meaning. Growth, curiosity, even love, all depend on stepping into what we don't yet understand. The unknown is the canvas of existence. Without it, there is no becoming, only being. The paradox of fear. So why do humans fear the unknown? because we must. Fear keeps us cautious, alive, alert, but it also challenges us, forces us to grow beyond it. Our fear is not just a flaw of the species, it's the spark that drives us to explore, question, and evolve. Every story we tell, from ancient myth to modern science fiction, reflects this duality. The hero enters the unknown, confronts chaos, and returns transformed. The unknown is the dragon, and the treasure it guards. To fear, it is human. To face it is divine. Embracing the unknown. Perhaps the goal isn't to eliminate fear, but to change our relationship with it. The unknown will always be there. In the future, in the cosmos, in ourselves. We can let it paralyze us, or we can let it inspire us. To live fully is to accept that not everything will make sense, that every ending is a beginning we can't yet see. Maybe that's what it truly means to be human, to walk through the darkness, heart pounding, and still take the next step. Because the unknown isn't the opposite of knowledge. It's the space where knowledge begins. If you found this exploration insightful, give this video a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Timeless Questions channel for more deep dives into philosophy, history, and human nature. Because the questions may be ancient, but the wisdom is timeless.